Hey everyone, Thornton Smash here, and as most of you know, I hit Apex Predator on the Xbox for the first and second season, but in case you didn't know, there you go. Now, after that, they removed dive trails, so I didn't really see a point in going ahead and grinding for something that I wouldn't permanently have like the dive trail, as that was the main reward I wanted to get. However, now that there is a new system out, I went ahead and said, screw it, let's go ahead and get Apex Predator on that system, so I went ahead and did that. So I started off in the first split only going up to gold 2, and then after being knocked down to bronze, decided it would be fun to go all the way for Apex Predator, which I did. Yesterday I was at 68, now I'm down to 71. Hopefully I can aim for 69, but we'll see. Along with that, I kept a KD of 4, and I got some good wins, and I got a lot of experience. So I'm going to go ahead and today give you guys some of the best tips that helped me reach this rank so that you guys can do the same. Alright, the first bit of advice is pretty common knowledge, but just in case you didn't know, you need a set team. You need a second and third that are going to play with you all the way through. Now, in bronze, silver, and gold, you may be able to solo out of that. Hell, you may even be able to do it through platinum. But once you get to diamond, everyone there is incredibly coordinated. They're talking to each other, and they will destroy you with a preset team. You won't get nearly as many wins because the way to move up in diamond is to play and get wins. That win jumps you so far up in the point system that if you aren't playing with a full set squad of 3 will absolutely destroy you. So I do have a Discord. I highly recommend you go ahead and check it out if you're looking for teammates, as I have a ton of players on there that are looking for teammates. I've got people in diamond and platinum all ready to queue up and get on your team to help you get the Predator. If you guys are looking for those players, the Discord link will be down below. Now, moving into the next important thing, and this is right up there with having a set team, and once you have that acquired, you guys need to elect a team leader. And now, this team leader doesn't need to be the best player on the team. He doesn't need to be able to drop a 4K bomb or 20 kills every single game. They just need to have the insight on how to coordinate attacks. That means they know when to push a team, when to pull back from a team, what rotations you guys are going to do, what the general game plan is. And this is absolutely critical, and not enough Apex Predators talk about this. If you are a brand new team and everyone wants a different direction, or maybe you even have different playstyles, maybe one of you is aggressive, one of you is passive, that's totally fine. But that's not going to be a cohesive team, and that's not going to work because everyone's trying to do a different thing in the battlefield. You need to pay attention to that leader, that person that you elected, and sometimes that leader is going to be wrong, and they're going to make a bad call, and your team will get wiped, and that's okay, because other teams will have that team leader, and sometimes you'll get out positioned and outflanked, and they will have a better game plan on the other side. That doesn't mean you stop listening to that leader. That leader, for the most part, is going to help you guys become a cohesive team as you continue to push through that rank grind. I cannot emphasize enough, you need a team leader. Otherwise, your team is going to flounder, and you will not be able to push through diamond or plat. Branching off from that team leader ability, play smart. At least in ranked. Now in pubs, or if you're going for high damage or high kills, play however you want. But in ranked, it's different. You cannot just go ahead and full send on a team. You need to play smart. If you don't think you're going to win a fight, back off and reposition. Look for flanks. Look for when you can opportunely strike to go ahead and get the kills in the win. Because if you have 3 or 4 kills and you full send a team and you aren't going to win the fight, but you say, well, we're going to try anyways to our best, and you get eliminated, at least in a diamond lobby, you're only walking away with maybe 30 points. And that's going to make your diamond grind last forever. You need to know when you want to pull away from an enemy team, and that's absolutely critical. If they've knocked 1 or 2 of your guys, it's okay to leave and try to get their banners a minute or 2 later after they've maybe left. Do not stick around just for the sake of wanting to go ahead and finishing the fight, as that's going to make your grind way longer, and you're often going to walk away with negative or 0 points. Now, this next part is going to be incredibly tedious for some of you, but you need to pick a drop and stick with it and learn the rotations of that drop. For this split, me and my team had a ton of fun going to the Rift. It has purple loot there. We'd run around. We'd usually find one other team that went with us. We'd take them out, get a couple of assists and points on the board, and then rotate the map accordingly based off of that. Once you find out where the circle is, you're going to go ahead and choose the route that you want to go. Usually you want to play the edge of the ring. Never ever go into the center of the circle. You are asking to be hit from 360 sides. Also, never ever go into the Hammond Lab area. I have avoided that through my entire rank split because there is just so many different directions you can get hit, and there's a massive amount of third parties. If you land there, you're going to have a very, very bad time, as teams are going to absolutely wipe and destroy you there. Along with that, when you're at the final circles, you want to play the edge of the circle. You don't want to go straight in and hold the center building, because that allows you to be hit from, once again, 360 sides. Along with that, other teams are also trying to hold that ground. A lot of people, for whatever reason, really like to hold the center of the ring, as they think that that will allow them the best position for the win. That's not the case. If you play the edge of the ring, you will not be flanked because you have a storm behind you, therefore you're protected from that. Along with that, when you hear the fighting going on near the center, you can run in with a Revenant Totem and Octane Jump Pad, and you can go ahead and start mowing down with a third party and then retreat once you're done back to the edge of the ring where you're safe from a flank. Along with that, you're going to want to know which legends to pick in the game. Now, I know Revenant and Octane are a very hot pick for a lot of people, as that is the ranked meta right now. However, that is not the route that I went with, and I honestly highly recommend this build right here. I did a Bloodhound, a Gibraltar, and a Lifeline. The amount of times that I was able to win a game based off the Lifeline rezzing us at the last team is absolutely insane. Having those three legends made all the difference. I know the unlockable legends are a hot pick, and everyone's like, I want them. And at the end of the day, it's up to you on what legends you want to play and what's enjoyable for you. But those three are so overpowered. With Bloodhound, I was able to track down teams and solo players that were stragglers. With Lifeline, we had so many reses, and Gibby with his airstrike made a ton of clutch plays at the end with the bombardment that you got, the dome shield to pick up opponents, and the gun shield to give him a little bit of extra health. Those three, in my opinion, were the most solid foundation I could get for running a ranked grind like this. Those three were so powerful, and it's important to use meta characters, especially when you're in the diamond lobbies, and there's a reason for that. You see, when grinding through bronze, silver, and gold, you can kind of do whatever you want. There isn't a ton of tough competition in every single game, and you can usually find a couple of players to pick off and get some good solid points, nor will you lose a lot of RP. However, once you start getting to platinum and diamond, not only do you lose more RP every single match, but you start playing against solid competition. Those players have grinded up to that level, and they will be usually just around as good as you. So what you need to do is be cheap as hell. And I know that sounds really bad, but you need to use every single advantage you have to disadvantage the other team. When you're in those diamond lobbies, you're going to run into players that have a very high KD. They work very well, and they can all talk to each other. So what weapons do you use to be cheap as hell? You use the Spitfire. You use the R301. You use these things that are so meta and so broken right now because it's going to give you that advantage to take them out. You can take out better players than you because they think, oh, well, I'll just use the Wingman, which is a good gun, don't get me wrong. But if you miss a shot with a Wingman, a Spitfire will tear you up because there are so many bullets in that thing, they usually cannot pull that off. And the only way to do this in a diamond lobby with players of such high skill is to use every advantage. There's no reason to let your pride get in the way, because if you try to be a prideful player to hit one of these top 750 spots, you're gonna have a really, really annoying time. There's nothing wrong in ranked with being cheap. Now, when you play pubs, use the guns you enjoy. But for ranked, stick with what works. And these guns like the Spitfire, the 301, the Hemlock, they are great in that aspect. And you can go ahead and get a ton of kills because the other team is being a little bit too much prideful. And that same concept applies to the legend choices with the guns. Use legends that are proven to be S tier and meta in the game, because the other teams most likely will have a couple of those legends being played on their team, and they will be diamond and platinum players, which are very good. So if you're going to go ahead and try to do a Loba playthrough, and you're going to run into a diamond team of good players that are using the Gibby, Lifeline, and Bloodhound, you're most likely going to lose. You may win a couple of those matches, but you're not going to get the win. To get the win against a bunch of high tier players, you need to use every advantage just like they will be. Going into other advantages that really help you, and this is a hardware one, you need a really good controller. And I know that a lot of people love the Joy-Cons and the gyroscope function, especially on the Switch. It isn't going to cut it at high tier levels. Your responsiveness on it just isn't quick enough to keep up in Diamond and in Platinum lobbies. I tried it. My KD was at around a 3. Then I got this controller. This one was like only $32, and it made all the difference in the world. This controller specifically has a turbo function. The responsiveness on it is crazy. It fits perfectly in my thumbs right there. And the thing just fits like a regular Xbox controller. Like I can't say it enough. Like this thing is insanely good for what you're getting. Now, I do have some giveaways, and this is unfortunately the last one. So if you win today, which I will go over at the end of the video, congratulations, you won one, but I will leave a link in the comments below so that you guys can go ahead and pick one up if you want to go through Diamond or Platinum and have a much better chance at getting wins, kills, and high damage games. Along with all that information, prepare for a frustrating time, especially once you get up to Diamond lobbies where you lose 48 RP just by playing the game. You're going to have tons of times where you get knocked off drop, but along with that, don't get greedy. Don't try to go for a 4K bomb or a 20 bomb. After you have your points, you don't need to fight a ton. You don't need to do high damage output. You'll notice I don't really have that high of damage overall on this account because I don't really do a lot of the public matchmaking unless I'm doing a live stream on YouTube and playing with the viewers. Otherwise, I mainly get my points and then I try to go ahead and win the game as that's going to give me the best multiplier. If you try to go for a 20 bomb and a 4K, you may get it, and that's great. That's not going to help you get up to Predator. That's really just going to be a hindrance and set you back at some point. I've said it a million times before and I'll say it again. Intelligence and gameplay IQ is the way to move up in ranked. Outthinking your opponents. Apex is different from other shooters because personally I find it much more a chess match. You're trying to predict your opponent's moves, what their strategy will be, and then outmaneuvering them so that you can beat them into submission. That is the way to do it. Play smart, not hard. That's the way it really should be done. I do want to give a shout out to my teammates who really helped me all the way from bronze all the way to Predator, and that's Flame, IGN, Rail, Despacito, and Unit. You guys are amazing players. They're all in Diamond right now and should very shortly join me in Apex Predator. They're also all in the Discord, so if you guys ever need teammates, like I said, join the Discord. They're more than happy to help, and there's tons of people always looking for teammates to go ahead and go through the ranked grind. That's going to be my video today to help you guys hit Apex Predator in Nintendo Switch along with all the other systems because these are all universal things that'll help you no matter what system you're playing on. I got to go over the Pro Controller giveaway today, and that is Ghost who won it today, so congratulations, hit me up so I can get you that controller along with Little Azur. You were first in yesterday's video, congratulations. Not to mention, I went ahead and got some merch made, thought you guys might like it. I don't know, you guys don't need to get it, but hey, it's there. I actually think they look pretty cool. So there's my little Thornton Smash. Look, it's got my little beard before I shaved. And then it's got the little Thornton Smash on the back. But yeah, that's basically that. But until next time, Legends, keep slaying the Outlands. I'll see you out there.